Hello again, traders. Right, this is an off-the-cuff, impromptu video because literally I've come across a stock that would have been a perfect opportunity to enter, following all the rules, my strategy rules that you know I'm now moving from FX to stocks as a sort of initially just an interest, a hobby, but obviously it needs to be a money-making venture too. FX has gone through the moon since COVID lockdown because I've spent more hours staring at charts than I care to mention, but traders should never get bored even in a lockdown is my new mantra sort of thing. So you're looking at a stock screener on Finviz. I'm new to this as well, so apologies to stock traders if this looks a stupidly basic screener. But what I get on my charts, I love the line charts, as anyone that follows me on Twitter will know. And you know, I can instantly see when we've had a trend, a lower high, high, a lower high, high, and we've broken out of a resistance level. Resistance being a high that's pushed the price further down. So sellers have overwhelmed and it's gone below a low here. High, low, that little dip, and then broken through it. That then is a valid resistance point in my opinion. As you can see, so this one looks like it's got a long way potentially to go to the upside. I've set this so that we can get literally a load of penny stocks. So it's from the lowest value to the highest value. That's just one of the settings on the on Finviz. I suggest you go and look at YouTube videos to work out how to get the best Finviz screeners. But this one for me is brilliant. Actually, I love it. I absolutely love it, and it's so simple. So the reason you're looking at this page one of umpteen pages here is because this one, where is it now? BBGI. Um, I I like the look of because we've got the critical break of resistance I talked about in that other chart just now, and obviously we've got volume because that's the setting on the screener here. Just altered the volume to 1.5. You can change it to nothing and get about 3,000 results, or set it up higher and get less results. But you know, I'm just learning this. I'm sorry if I'm teaching my grandmother to suck eggs, but for stock traders, but this is absolutely brilliant. So if we bring the BBGI chart up on TradingView, what you can see here now is let's have a look at the monthly, because I studied this before bringing the video up. Well, it was the reason for making the video. But if we look at the monthly chart, and what's interesting also is the pre-market on this now is through the moon. So that's the whole point of this video. Getting in, there you go, see 359 pre-markets open. So, but we could have got into this trade, and that's the point of this video, using the strategy, using the RSI histo on the lower time frames. So first off, first thing I see from this is divergence. You've got a lower low that's made a higher low here. You know, you can clearly see the momentum is to the downside, is petering out. Loads and loads of push down, momentum pushing down, and then gradually it's petering out there, as you can see. So we've got the three candle reversal as well. The wick was filled. So this is a chart that I've not looked at before, but there were potentially masses and masses of opportunities here. And as you can see, this has gone through the roof. There's no doubt been some sort of announcement, earnings or something. I'm not going to go into that because I'm a technical trader. But with stocks, I'm finding the ability to have more confidence on entering these trades the day before is because there are so many people talking about them. Unlike FX, if you put, I don't know, pound yen into the Twitter search, because I use FinTwit to well, teach myself stock trading, to be honest with you, or the transition between the two, pure FX price action trading, which works fantastically, and then extra fantastically on stocks, because you've got so much more going on in stocks. It's just been a explosive learning curve. So you've got the divergence, you've got the 3CR, you've got bullishness, you've got the change from massive down move, Simon's vol bomb going on here as well, to a tiny little green bar, big red, tiny green. That's always a good sign to the long side. So we drop to the weekly. I don't think there's a lot to talk about on the weekly really, apart from you could do your descending trend line, a 1, 2, 3 higher low. Massive momentum again, momentum coming back into the break of the 20 being quite critical, to be honest with you. Once it's pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, breaks that 20, boom, off it goes. So everything is on your charts to look at. I talk about this often, but don't mention it enough on the videos. Use your historical data to just qualify, if you like, your decisions to potentially enter. Nothing there to consider. There's no consistent momentum. And another thing I don't mention enough, if you get a momentum trigger like this, don't be too tempted, unless you use the lower time frames for your entries, to jump straight in just because of break of the 20 level. This situation here, not so much here, because you've had the bust up, pull back, break and close. And potentially there's a sort of divergence going on here as well. So, but I digress. Let's get down to the daily. Now the daily chart, we can clearly see I'd initially drawn this line through here, here and here. So we can see we were using resistance as support, come back and tested it as support, which is, in my opinion, testing for fair value. How do you know if gold, once it's broken through 2000 and goes up to 2.5, is worth 2.5 unless you go and test the 2000 levels? That's the analogy I like to use. And if it starts to take off, then you know the fair value is more likely to be up here. That's a simple analogy I was taught 12, 15 years ago now, and it works for me. Anything that works in your head is worth using every day. So on this daily chart now, we've got a 3-candle reversal, pullback, potential continuation. You can see what's happened. So we could have been alerted to watch for this based on that daily break, 3-candle reversal and break up of the 0 line. And what else then can we use? Well, we drop to the lower time frames, which again is the whole point of this video. Once again, you can see the pattern I was talking about on the Finviz thing showing on here. Switch to line charts and it becomes extremely clear. We have literally just broken out of this level here. And if you switch back to candles, you will see that the candles have broken that line. So the line charts, that is extremely important for me. Another thing I don't mention enough, and this is where people who trade other methods, I'm not going to mention wicks in this conversation, but pretty worthless in my opinion. The trend reversal is what I live and breathe by. It's the power of the sellers being overpowered and closed through, in other words, beaten by the buyers. I know that level's not quite on that precisely, that's better. And we've used it, in fact, we've used it, if you drop down, again, as resistance, creating a lower low, as support. That's the thing. This is a sort of a minor problem once we have had a valid reversal. It's all about the reversals. High, low, lower, high. It's tested that resistance as support, a valid support level. It's failed to do anything about it, and then it's down, on its way down. Safest to wait for the break of that level there. Again, look how significant that level is all through here. So this is the important thing. So if we'd have dropped down, and this is another thing that's new to me because I've only been using TradingView for a few months, is we can use the lower time frame to get our valid triggers, which we don't have on MT4. So we have had a valid three candle reversal and histo alert trigger yesterday. And this is the point of this video. You know, this is something I've never done in the past because I've been an FX trader, and literally I've traded from 6 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. without without changing for years and years and years, probably a decade. And occasionally coming back in the afternoon to catch the overextended ADRs. So, and that's the subject of another video. But look what we got here. We got the trigger. We could have entered there. You could have just entered a trade with your stop below swing 2. You need to go to my Twitter and search for stops on my Twitter feed, because I'm not going to explain that here. But this was a valid entry, and we've already gone up 100 points. So you could have entered yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, just before the close, on the strength of this 2-hour bar or the 3-hour bar, and had a valid RSI histo break of the 20 level. Didn't quite give us a valid bust, pullback, break and close. I prefer to see the high of that one broken with the high of the trigger bar, but it's good enough for a tentative entry. So there you go, guys. Using Finviz, using you know, and you're picking up these lovely, lovely, cheap little stocks that will go up enormously. You know, that percentage is I can't even work it out. I mean, I think this works like this. You could have you put the measure on there. Forgive me, I am there we go. So that is that level there, which is 37.76% according to that. So you know, good percentage before we've even started work in the morning. So forgive me if I'm not using TradingView correctly, but the whole point of this is have a cup of coffee in the evening if you're in the UK, sit down, spin through a few charts. You can set it up like I do here, which is with the highest gainers for the day, all the green. You can see the percentages there, and then just flick through them and see if any of them match your pattern. Match this in the evening before the close of the market. You see that, hit it, and look what happens. That is how to you know, this pattern is so strong and so repeatable. All you've got to do is build yourself a watch list, and then you can just flick through it in seconds to see which ones fulfill your requirements, as it were. So this one looks like it's going to go up as well. That's why I'm watching it. OGI, yeah, trigger there. That will probably continue up as well. So you know, guys, there's thousands and thousands of opportunities on stocks, and the reason I've got that Finviz one is because that particular screener is because I want to be getting these huge percentage gainers. And I'm a scalper. I'm not looking for investing. I'm looking to find the ones that I can get in and out of quickly. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.